What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a task list for your work orders. Now this is very useful when it comes to your in-comp services, your periodic maintenance plans. You can go in and create the predetermined task list. Like for here, I have the service checks for an in-comp for a Humvee. This is a lot of things. You don't want to put this entire packet along with a bunch of other stuff into your service packet. So creating these task lists will attach it to the 5990, and it also will make it where whenever you transfer this piece of equipment out, that information goes along with it. They can see the exact checks that you have done. Now this is a long and tedious process, but to do it is fairly simple. I know that sounds a little odd, but it is fairly quick and easy to actually set it up. The problem is putting in each individual little task, and you're only limited to a short text, meaning you can't put all of these little tasks in here. So you can't put all of this detail in there. You need to put a snapshot, a short text specific, so that your mechanics or maintainers understand what you're talking about. They're going to use this as a reference to give them a rough guide, but the actual 5990 has got the specifics of what you're trying to do. So let's go ahead and get on the computer, and I'll walk you through the process of how to create your task lists. All right, so the first thing we want to do is go to IA05, and this is where we're going to go to create it. You're going to leave the group blank. This is generated automatically by Army. You're going to go down to profile and put in 6 zeros and a 1. Now why, I do not know. That's just what the transaction guide calls for. Once you get in here, you're going to create what your description is. So you can see here I have several that I've already built and created. And for this one, I want to create a 60-day FMTV in-comp PMCS for the trailers. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to take this out so that I can put in, and as you can see, it cut off my name down here, but that's not important right now. You don't need to put your name at the end. I'm just putting it there so that if you guys decide you want to use mine, you can go in and do that. Here I just put my name. You're going to put your work center. I'll show you in the next tab why you want to make sure that you put your work center. You could leave it blank, but it's not going to help you any. You need to put in your plant right there, hit enter, and it's going to generate all this information. If you want to make this specific, if this is going to a specific piece of equipment, you can put in the NIN for that piece of equipment. But for instance, like the in-comp for Humvees is not limited to one specific Humvee. It captures all variants of Humvees. So I just leave this blank, and we go from here to the operations tasks. Here is why it's important to put your work center in, because you're going to put your work center in, and it's going to create your UIC in the work center, and then it's going to put the control key, which is PM01. Now we know that PM02 is what it should be, but there's an issue with putting PM02. If I put PM02, it's going to ask for a bunch of other information over here that we don't have. So I just leave it blank. If you have a better way to do this, to be able to put PM02, please go down in the comments, reach out to me, and let me know how to do that, and I will update this video. Aside from that, you have your operational activity, and you can see it's already got predetermined numbers. You can put a tab or a .1, .2 in this one if you want to break it down a little bit more detailed. This is already a long enough process. I leave it as is. So the first thing you want to do is you go into your operation description, and here is where you're going to put your short text. So we're going to check the tires. Now the actual check sheet is going to give you more details of what you're looking for, but you're just checking the tires for gouges, bulges, or cuts, right? You're going to leave that. You're going to go down to the next one, and then you're going to put in check the frame for any cracks. Now I'm just putting in things. This is not the actual check sheet. Remember, you're using a check sheet that gives you this information. So I'm going to do this all the way down through here. Then I'm going to go over to work. Now this is how much time. Now you can base this off of the Mac chart. You can put something in as like 0.1 or half an hour, depending on what you feel it might take them to do this check, or you can leave it blank. It's not necessary to put in the hour. So we're going to put in 1. If I go down like this, I can put in that time, and it's already going to put it all in across here. If you try to put in 0.1 and then go over here, you're going to have to actually put in the number, things like that. And what it means here is the number of personnel. So this is the number of personnel is required to do this check. So we check the serviceability of it. Once you hit enter, it's going to fill in all of this information, and then it's going to gray out this. So you won't be able to go back and change this. The only thing you can do is delete it. So at this point, I've already put in my checks, right? Once you're done with this, you're just going to save it. I appreciate you guys watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment below for any other things. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so that you know when these videos comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.